burritos to go. I walked into a vegan restaurant because I was really feeling something light, but I need to be eating. And I think this is also my body telling me that I really need to do a cleanse because I haven't done one in 2 years, and this is a bit crazy for me. So yeah, just waiting on my food now.
How are you?
So for dinner, I just have a burrito. I picked some vitamin water, and I'm ready to go home. Morning. About to get ready for my workout, and I'm about to have my workout pills. Time to get ready. Good morning. I did my workout and some of my beauty routine. I just did a face steam and a wax, and I'm about to head home, tidy up my apartment, and then I will be working on my devotional and the memoir, and that is my day. I don't have anything else planned because those are very important projects that I need to finish. Deadlines have passed and we're ready. My editor has been waiting and the publishing company, so I'm going to get some things going here. So it should be a very good and relaxing Saturday. Very excited. And then I'll also touch on the Adage Fellowship. So some very exciting things for myself, and I'm starting to feel alive again, so it's a really good feeling. So I decided to continue my run, and I'm out and I'm about to do some grocery shopping. I did a little earlier this morning, but I'm just going over to the farmer's market and I need to get some fresh produce, so that is what I'm doing. Head home, clean my apartment, do everything that I had on my list, but it was time to do some groceries, so yeah, that's my Saturday. Alright, so the run is over and I just finished a at-home quick workout, and I'm watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Leonora Smee. She is from England, and I'm about to get ready for work for the day, and that is it.
He's the little golden child.
So this is breakfast. I'm having oatmeal with strawberry protein powder and some rooibos tea, and those are my vitamins. I need to get back to my water, so my goal is 2 liters for today. So time to get started for the day. Okay, so this is the current situation. I put some stuff in my hair earlier this morning for my run, and I've decided to top it off with a plastic bag. And with this, I'm going to do a hot oil treatment. I have jojoba oil on my scalp and coconut oil, and then a leave-in conditioner. And I'm about to have my second meal of the day. I've realized that I'm very malnourished at this time because I've barely been eating or I've been eating some very random things this week. So I need to work on my eating today. And I attempted to have a nap. That didn't really work out. So I'm awake and I'm going to eat. And then I'm going to watch something online for a little bit. And then try and settle back in for the afternoon. So this is what I'm having for lunch. I'm having a egg wrap, and this is what I usually like having for a quick meal. And I have my cookies and cream protein shake, and that is meal number 2. For my midday snack, I'm about to have a turmeric latte for some inflammation. And my arm is doing a little bit better. But I just want to make sure that I'm able to get ahead because I have lots of catching up to do in the gym. And in ballet especially, so I need to make sure that I'm mentally prepared, and that also means being prepared in my body and ready to take on any challenge that life throws me in the future, because it's been a hard few months, I would say. Really a rough transition for me, so I'm just trying to get myself ahead of the game so that I can move forward here. So it's just after 1 and I'm about to sit down with my turmeric latte. I put a teaspoon of honey in there, and I'm about to have some more water. And then I'll be watching something online. Haven't decided what I would like to watch, but I will be watching something for the next 20 minutes, get myself settled in for the afternoon for some writing. And I have a bunch of papers that I need to get organized. That's just my dance corner over there. I have some papers that I need to organize, and I'll need to go through my bookshelf and pick something out. And down here, I have my baskets where I have the items that are complete and the items that need to be completed. So I have quite a bit of a task set out for me today. And I'll also need to do some reviewing of my calendar, seeing that we are headed into quarter. pretty good. I haven't been to Pilates in a few weeks, so it was really nice to get that out of the way. My body's still feeling a little sore and stiff, but we can get there. I'm finding that there are 4 different things that I need in order for me to feel good in terms of fitness routines. And the big 4 are, I need the gym, running, Pilates, and hot yoga. And that's not including ballet, because ballet and dance is just a part of life. That's completely different, and I really don't count that as any sort of fitness. But the gym is needed for body transformation. I need my Pilates for rest and recovery. Hot yoga for a deep relax and loosening my muscles, because I need to be flexible. And I find that I'm the happiest version of myself when I'm feeling limber. And running, I need that for deep breath work, and that really helps me to relax. And especially in ballet, it's really necessary for me to be able to breathe, because that is when you can get a really good adagio out of yourself. So those are my big 4. So I'm headed to get something for Thanksgiving. I've decided to get ready early so that I'm not scrambling later on. So I just need to get a centerpiece, and then it's time to head home. Made it home, so I'm just about to have my breakfast. It's a rather late one. I'm having eggs and toasted sourdough bread. And I'm going to have a little salad with cucumbers and tomatoes. And that's it. So this is breakfast. I won't be putting anything on the bread because there's already some clumps of garlic. Maybe I'll put some more garlic on that, but this is breakfast and a liter of water. And I've been drinking 3 liters since I came on my weekend. So I'm going to drink another 3 today and then relax a little bit for work, and then I'll be back to drinking 3 liters on Tuesday for my day off. All right, so I am getting ready for the fall, and just before I settle in for my day and get ready to do some serious writing, I'm just going to share what I will be setting for my tables. So this is, actually I'll share that last. Okay, so I went to a thrift store today, and this is what I found. This is a Windsor Castle plate. Super cute. I don't have any red and gold items. And I also found this golden pumpkin plate. And I'll probably just put some cookies or something in there. And I got a pumpkin. So I usually like to get pumpkins and just set them out, but I was able to find this for a affordable price. think this was about maybe $10. So this will go in my doorway. And oops. I also got this, which is more of a centerpiece. And I was coming in hard about this because I thought, well, it's a little bit too extravaganza. This is what I'll be putting the turkey on. This is like a silver plated. So I think for the table, I'll probably have silver and the clear items. And up next, I have this fantastic piece. And this is a glass turkey. So in here, I'll probably put, not quite sure yet. I'm sure I'll figure that out when the day comes, but that is what I have for my Thanksgiving table. And I'll just need to get a runner and some tablecloths or napkins and some cutlery, because most of the cutlery and dishware that I have, it doesn't really much, and I'll be having some people over. So that is how I'll be getting ready for the fall season. And what I also have that I didn't bring out of storage is it's like a wreath, a maple leaf wreath, but I think I'm just going to leave that for now, just because that's some extra stuff in my apartment, and I'm not too fond right now of bringing too many things out, so just keep it simple, classy, and that is my tablescape. This is just a up close look at what I'll be using. This plate is beautiful. It's the golden pumpkin plate and the turkey. So I was so exhausted this afternoon that I had a 2-hour nap, and then I woke up, tinkered around my apartment, and then I was about to go to bed at 7:30, and something told me to get up and keep moving. So I decided that I needed to meal prep for the week so that I'm not scrambling. And I had no energy to do any serious grocery shopping, so I just went and picked up some chicken, and I'm going to make some lemon chicken with rice. And this is I would say I have a few go-to meals for when I'm exhausted, but this is a what's left in the fridge kind of recipe. Actually, I have a few things from the farmer's market, but I'm not really feeling for salads or anything elaborate right now. I just need something very homey and something that will fill me, and something that I can put in containers and bring with me throughout my days to make sure that I'm eating well, because sometimes a salad just doesn't do it. So I'm loading up on my proteins. So I have some chicken thighs that I'm about to brown in the skillet, and I'm going to put a pot of rice on. And in there, I'm going to put some frozen peas, some green onions, a hot pepper. I haven't been too much of a fan of really spicy food, but I have a few of these peppers left from the farmer's market a few weeks ago, and then I'm going to fry everything with some onions, black pepper, onion powder, thyme, salt, dill, and I'll be putting a chicken bouillon in this pot as well. So let's get started. So I'm going to get started with the chicken, and I'm not going to fry all of these at the same time. I'm going to put some of this away. And one thing that I remember is my mom, she would rinse the chicken. So I'm going to I think this should be enough. Clean the chicken, and I'm going to rinse it off with some lemon juice. I'm just going to pour some lemon juice in here. And get the oven going. And the rest will go in the freezer for next week. So I'm just going to drop it in the pan like this, and I'm going to season it as I go. All right, so we have the chicken in the pan, and I'm just going to go ahead and start seasoning it just like this. And I don't usually measure my seasoning unless I'm following a recipe or making one. So lots of black pepper, some thyme, and I'm going to get a head start and start seasoning the water as well for the rice. And I'm going to use the same seasoning in there. Okay, and I'm going to go in with some salt. I don't use a whole lot of salt in any of my recipes, mostly for water retention purposes. And although I'm not on any special diet, I want to make sure that I'm working on my weight management. So I'm going to flip these over, and I did not use any oil. I rarely use oil, and when I do, it's usually a olive oil, coconut oil, or sometimes I'll do the truffle oil. So this is my rendition of a recipe that I saw online, and it does call for garlic, and I don't have any right now, so I'm just going to use some minced garlic here. And I'm just going to put a dollop in there. Move it around just a little bit. And there we go. Okay, So that is seasoning, and while that's going, I'm going to get the onions and peppers ready. Okay, so now I'm just going to stir this in to the pot. It smells super good. And I'm just going to leave this covered for about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And it's ready to eat. And I'll turn down the stove a little bit more. And that's a really low heat there. So, all right, so I decided to turn on some lights again because it's getting pretty dark. So I'll need to figure out the lighting situation in here. Anywho, so I'm cutting up this hot pepper. Okay. That goes in with the chicken. And then I'll do some onions. These are pretty ready to go, so I'll have to order some online. So now I'm just going to flip the chicken over. Like so. Now I'm going to get the rice ready. So I already have some rice in the fridge, and I'm going to add that in afterwards, but this is going to be my base. This is just a 10-minute rice. Okay, so I've decided to add in some coconut oil to this just because the chicken's sticking a little bit to the pan. There we go. So it gives it a little bit more of a sizzle. So this is what it looks like so far, and it smells amazing. And this is the rice. And we'll just wait for this to cook. This is the end result, and food looks pretty good. So that's what I'll be having for this week's lunch, or maybe dinner. We'll see. So I'm quite proud of myself in that I did not go to bed early at 7:30, and I'm actually eating food. So I've already had 3 meals today, but I think that because of my horrible eating this week of barely eating anything, it started to catch up to me, and I was not as productive as I would have liked because I was just so exhausted. And possibly because my body didn't have enough nutrients. So this is the end result of the rice, and to top that off, I'm going to put the cut chicken, and I'm also going to put some lemon in there, and that's what makes it the lemon chicken. And for a sauce, I made a dill and Greek yogurt sauce. So I'm excited to try that out and have that with my cucumbers as well. So very excited to eat some dinner, and I'm very proud of myself for eating. And I'll share a little bit more on my eating journey, I guess, and my fitness and the struggles that I've had, but I'm eating some food, so very excited, very happy for me.